Hello, everybody. We're all set up and ready to go, and we're gonna get started. So, it's me, Eagle Reviewer slash Reactor, discussing Despicable Me 4. So, a little bit of background before we get into everything as usual. Um, let's discuss where we're at right now with this movie, okay? Um, I enjoyed it decently, and then what came before it. You had Despicable Me 1 and Despicable Me 2 again. Those two were pretty good classics. Then you had the third one, which was fine, and of course you had the two spin-off Minions movies. But what I will say though is that this one was kind of, how do you say it? Kind of kind of interesting, you know? Like the setup for this one, it had a lot going on too. So let's recap what happened in this movie. The beginning, we see Gru and the minions trying to pull off this little mission here, trying to capture Maxi Lamoff or something, whatever his name is. And apparently he has like the cockroach man or something. He's with this girl or something. She doesn't really do anything throughout the film other than just being there, I guess. And then I guess the other people are there as well. And that brings me to my main problem with this movie. Too many people are in it. Secondly, the villain, my second problem, is the villain. He's such a mid villain. Let me explain. If you've seen the movie, you'll understand that the villain was mad at Gru for something that happened a long time ago. Now, whether or not he actually stole the song, we don't really know. I mean, he did say he was trying to get back at something which happened before. We do know that, though, that I don't know. It didn't really make sense for him to be the villain. Because think about it. Despicable Me 1, we had Victor or Vector. I don't know. He was he was pretty cool as a villain. I liked him. Second one we had like El Muchacho or something who was pretty cool. The third one we had that bubblegum guy or something. I don't remember his name. And then this one. All the other three previous villains had like an actual reason for not liking Gru, and it was actually serious and intense. This one was kind of more fun and just kind of there, I guess, which is fine, I guess, because classic villains hold classic grudges against other people. And then he tries to. His whole goal is, oh, yeah, Gru has a son, by the way, but the girls still haven't aged yet because apparently they're doing a Simpsons thing where they're frozen in time. Ignoring that for now. Coming back towards the end of it, though, side note here, um, the goal of the main villain is to kidnap Gru's son, and then I guess make him feel bad for what he did. I don't know if that's equal in like in terms of revenge. I mean, I guess now they're both evil, so that maybe it allows them to do more evil things, but who knows from that standpoint. So he captures his son towards the end. A lot of stuff happens in between, which I'm not really going to cover. But he has a son, and then suddenly his son out of nowhere says, "I love you, Dad," or something. I don't know. He just turns on him and starts chewing on him or something, and then just they both defeat him. My main problem is throughout the whole movie, the first part we see that Gru's son, Gru Jr. or Chet Jr. or whatever, doesn't like his father that much. Like he doesn't show it. And then at the end, when the villain is like, about to tear like throw Gru off the cliff or something, he's about to fall, like his son steps in and then they work together. And I also watched this with some of my other friends, and we were discussing this when we realized that scene felt so forced. The timing for that scene was kind of off. I like that part later towards the end where he actually said data, that was fine, but that scene right there was kind of forced. I instead felt like the Mega Minion should have came in and saved it. Easy way to fix it. No one have Gru Jr. or Chet Jr. come in and help out Gru. Instead, bringing the Mega Minions, which comes into my next problem. This movie has a couple of things which could have been better. So here's the next one. The Mega Minions did absolutely nothing in this film, which I think I get why. I believe that Illumination is trying to save off the Mega Minions for later, and then later maybe I heard they're even making a Mega Minions movie or something. I don't know if that's happening or not, but I feel like they should have done a little bit more. Because one thing I know that Mega Minions are good at is causing chaos and wrecking havoc, and they did that. Especially when the AVL Anti-Villain League let them out and unleashed throughout the streets, and all they did was wreck havoc and cause chaos, which is what they're good at. They're good at destroying things, not fixing things. They're not meant to be heroes. They're meant to do weird things, which is why they're great when it's time to just wreak havoc on the villain or something. Which is what they did. They brought in a huge stampede or something. And my other problem is, when the main AVL guy sends them off for retirement. Okay, he's like, "Yo, guys." After they destroy the city or something, whatever, he's very upset with them. He's like, "Oh, you're all retired." But then when he realizes, "Oh shoot, Gru's been compromised," he calls on them and says, "I need you guys right now." That scene didn't really make much sense with no explanation, but who cares? The movie needs some bit of action to it, so they just came out of nowhere and did it. I wish that they came sooner. It would have been cooler because all my friends were waiting at that moment that the Mega Minions would come in and help Gru. Because that's what they do in every movie. That's their job to come in out of nowhere and save the day and help Gru. But I guess they wanted to divert expectations or something and maybe give the kid more of a role in this one, and instead give the Mega Minions a role in a later film. Who knows? But I feel like that thing just ignored me, or not ignored me. What's the word? Maybe a little angry, I guess. Let's talk about the good though. What good does this film do? The setup for this film is kind of good. Of course, you have that girl. She's like the teenager. She's with this like rich, wealthy family, I guess, like in a pretty well off place. But she wants to become a supervillain. I don't. She just kind of felt out of place there. I don't even know if she knows if Gru is good, and that's my main thing. How do the people in the villain league not know that Gru has become a good person? Didn't they like publicly announce it or something? I don't know if they did that, but I mean, in the second one, he went up against El Muchacho, so I feel like by then, or even by the third movie, they should know that Gru has become a good person and takes down bad people. But no, they still let him into all the villain league stuff and whatnot, or whatever. I will say my favorite scene though was the ending. I think that ending was pretty good. Where they had that song at the end and we saw all the villains. I loved it. I wanted to see more of Victor, whatever, because I loved him in the first one, and then when we had that short with seeing Vector in space, because the other minion also went to space, and Vector apparently is on the moon or something. I don't remember exactly what happened at the end of the first one, but that was definitely something pretty interesting, and yeah, um, definitely pretty interesting to see like all the villains. Little Muchacho there. And then I even think was Scarlet Overkill in there as well, or like the villains from the Minions movies? I don't recall, but let me know in the comments below if you've seen the movie, of course, if I'm right. Because we saw a lot of old villains returning, and I think that scene was kind of bittersweet. Like, okay, that's cool and all, but like, dude, like arrested all of y'all, and y'all are just singing and dancing. Like, what is this? I guess it's a nice moment. Even the AVL main guy was dancing towards the end. Sure, whatnot. That was like my only scene I kind of enjoyed. They wanted to end off on kind of a good note. I don't know. The girls, as for them, they didn't really do much. I wish the karate lesson payoff could have worked. Let me explain. Where Edith and Agnes, or whatever their names are, I don't even know all the girls' names, but they go off for like this karate lesson, right? And that one main girl, right, the middle one, middle child girl, I guess, who wears pink all the time, she is like, I guess, really cool at karate. I wish they could have used that skill maybe towards the end and kind of like, I don't know, done something with that. Cause like I feel like Gru's whole family should be trained in like martial arts if they're like always in danger. That brings me to my next point. Lucy did nothing in this film in terms of fighting. Like she was just, I guess, just a mom, like exploring more of her mom's side, I guess, and living more of an average life. But in the second one, she's been known to be like a trained spy. Like she tased Gru pretty much. Though I feel like tasing someone at this point doesn't really mean anything because everyone just tases someone who's super powerful and apparently it works on them somehow. But I don't know. She didn't really show off any like cool skills or anything. Her main goal is, "Oh, girls, get away, hide, and I'll protect you." And then she's like, "Don't you dare touch my husband." And that's all she does. Like the threat stops right there, you know. But who knows? The villain in this movie was pretty mid, so it worked out, I guess. Oh man, what else? What else? Should I rate this movie? Okay, remember this is a kids animated film, 7.5 maybe. It did what it wanted to do and it did it in its own way, but these things that I'm saying right now could have just elevated the film to bigger heights. Because I love movies and I feel like they're just ways to make any movie better. You can call me a movie critic. That's why it's an eagle. With the eagle eye, I spot things and I correct them. What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think. What else about this film do we need to discuss? I mean, the plot's very simple. Like, I pretty much explained the plot. Gru's living the secret double life, I guess. The tennis scene, though, could have been a bit more cooler. And he was out there playing tennis with that fancy, rich old white guy, within the country club. For someone, me, I like tennis. Like, I've played tennis before. I think tennis is a pretty cool sport. Even table tennis or ping pong. I know how to play a little bit of it. And with the minion just red carding him because once he was stepping on the line when he was about to serve, and then like he moves the net too many times, so I can kind of see why he was getting annoyed. I wanted to actually see them maybe play tennis, but I guess he was trying to save Gru because he doesn't know how to play tennis at all, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe Gru would have just magically became good at tennis somehow. Couldn't he like watch a video or tutorial or something? I feel like the minions at this point are so cool. They can help Gru with anything. Why can't they just make him better at tennis? Like a little tennis training montage or something. And then boom, Gru, the ultimate tennis matchup at the end right there. Come on, I'm trying to help these movies out, okay? I'm trying to throw in some things which might make it a bit more entertaining. Now, as to the big question, should the girls age? Honestly, it doesn't matter too much when the didn't she get like a boyfriend or something in the second one, but that went nowhere. She's not getting married or something. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like if Gru was evil in the second one, he could have married her off to that boy who was also part of the evil family. There could have been one big old evil family reunion or something when the families meet up or something. But who cares? I don't know. Don't know. I guess we'll see. Do they even get married in the second one? I think they go on a date, but I don't think they get married until the third one maybe, or maybe they get married at the end of the second one. I'm not entirely sure. The way time works in these movies is insane. But yeah, I'm trying to think. What else is there to discuss? If you guys want to discuss anything about this movie, let me know in the comments below while I'm thinking. So yeah, pretty decent movie overall, I'd say. It gets things going for itself pretty well. Uh, yeah. Other than that, not much else. Sure, we get the Mega Minions. Maybe they'll do more stuff towards the end. I guess Illumination just trying to do a setup with them, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I think that's it for my review, you guys. I know Deadpool video reaction will probably appear sometime, but I don't know if I'll do anything in between because I've pretty much seen all the main summer movies I've wanted to see. Inside Out 2, Bad Boys 4, Bad Boys Ride or Die, and Despicable Me 4 were the main films that I checked out this summer. But if anything else comes up, I'll definitely probably make a video about it, or I might even do an old movie reaction if I have the time. But anyways, you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and the Eagle reviewer slash reactor is out.